Bruce Lee has some excellent kicks, and he demonstrated those kicks on the small screen and the big screen in the 60s and 70s. But what makes Bruce Lee unique as opposed to other action stars is that he actually founded his own martial art, Jik Tek.
In Cantonese, Jik Tek, the way of the intercepting fist.
Intercepting fist, huh?
Or foot.
Now we're going to take a look at several of those kicks, the ones that he applied on cinema, where they actually are in the art of Jik Tek, how you can apply them and use them in your sparring today. My name is Ed. I am the owner and head instructor of Metrolina Martial Arts. I am an instructor in Jik Tek. My lineage goes from Bruce Lee to Dan Inosanto to Ron Bilicki to myself, and I'm gonna show you some of these basic kicks. All right, it's way too hot outside to be doing that outside. Let's go ahead and do it here. Let's change first. That's better, let's get to it. All right, so let's start with the first most important kick here. It's gonna be the Jik Tek. This one is used as a groin kick generally, but you can also modify it to where it's not just, you know, doing that.
Straight at the groin.
So what I'm gonna do here is first step is I'm gonna pendulum. Here, I'm gonna bring my feet together, launch this one up, and then kick like that. The idea here is I can kick with my toes, or I can kick with my instep. Doesn't matter, both work. So here. Now, notice I'm doing the pendulum motion, so it comes into 1, 2, 3, 4. We can make it faster by kind of skipping the pendulum motion. This is what most people don't like about the pendulum, is that when I'm here, oh, I can get swept. Yes and no.
Yes, but actually no.
That, fair criticism. But if I'm here and I push off, boom, and I back down, that's already 25% faster because I didn't have to bring my feet together. I just launch and there. Now to come back down to make it 50% faster, I'm bad at math, but this math I think checks out, is I'll touch back so I don't pendulum. This is a higher form of practice for it. Okay, so we're here, there, back, as opposed to kind of doing that. You can kind of see the speed difference. Another way to apply the Jik Tek is actually as a front kick. So he'll hold it just like that, and I'll do the same thing, boom, and touch there. And this can be with the toes touching in, just like I did here, boom, like that, or boom, like that. Okay, and again, same thing applies, and right back. Okay, now for my favorite, the hook kick. So the hook kick, or now Tek, is called a hook kick not like our traditional hook kick, like a Taekwondo. That was beautiful, I know. Comment down below. Technique 10 out of 10. It's called a hook kick because it's like you're throwing a hook here. So when I'm here, I don't just go, okay, pop my hip. What I do is when I kick, it comes up like the Jik Tek, and then I use my hip and this motion here to actually turn it over to make it pop.
All come up.
When I'm here, okay, same thing applies with the pendulum motion. I'll break it down in the beginning, here and back down. Again, watch how my hip is going when I kick, like that. It's almost like, sometimes you'll see in Thai, they'll boom like that. This is the same kind of principle, I'm just not dropping my hand all the way, I'm just using my hip. Here, and back down. Now, to delete kind of the pendulum motion, here, I'll launch, boom, and back down. And back down. The targeting on this is actually the groin as well. If he's fighting me here, he's angled here, maybe the straight kick won't work. I have to go around to hit there. And if I miss, fine. I can kick the thigh, I can kick the calf, and I can kick the knee. Especially if I have shoes on. Okay, now for the side kick. When I do the side kick, if I pendulum here, it feels really weird and I'm gonna get stopped, especially because it's not chambered properly. So a lot of times you'll be a little further away and you'll do this kind of step behind. What that does is it allows for me to get the appropriate amount of chamber to be able to touch. If I do it the good side here, is I'll just touch. Now right now I'm just touching to show you like where placement is. You can hit at the kneecap, you can hit at the hip. So if I touch as more savate, but you'll live kneecap, I can touch at the hip, and of course I can touch there or higher if I want. Okay? So when I'm here, I'll step behind myself, almost like the pendulum here, and then touch. Okay? Now I'll put a little boom in it. I don't think I'll make him knock as far as Bruce does, but we'll see here. Need to move it all. Here. So that's the side kick, and this is one way to train it. You can also use the focus mitts for it, but I liked using this because I can kick this pretty hard. As long as he's in a good stance and he's not like this and gets kicked and blows his knees out, then I'd feel bad. But if he's holding it there with that bend, I can put a lot of power into that kick, and it feels pretty good. All right, so putting these kicks into combos is what makes this A, fun to train, and B, more applicable. Just landing single direct attacks or single angulated attacks of kicks is cool, but it's normally gonna take more than one to put them down. I like to start off simple and then go harder with it. So if we just start without the Jik Tek and then we go to the jab. So we're here, I'll get here, Jik Tek and jab, or the straight in here. Here, and I can land in my good on guard Baizhang stance and kind of go. We'll spin you this way. Now to build on that, we can do the round kick from here as well, or the now tek, hook kick, whatever pseudo Chinese term we want to use. So here. To put it on the end of combos is also important. So if I do like jab, cross up, bang, he's there, and then I can put the kick in there. To simulate, I'm rocking my opponent, boom, I hit him in the face, he stumbles backwards, and I just deliver the coup de grace, or coup de grace. So again, I go, and you can mix that with any of the kicks. So now that we've got the practice going on, let's bring in an expert to take a look at these kicks and see what he thinks. All right, so I decided to bring in my kicking expert.
That's me.
That's him. First, we talked about the now tek, or the hook kick, or round kick.
To then be able to pick this leg up and
Turn it over, yeah. And we're using the hip here to come in, to turn it, that was a good kick, turn it over.
He honestly wasn't sold here on the motion of the pendulum, or even the push shuffle to get the kick.
Yeah.
To being close, right? So the switch
Yes.
kick, I am standing here,
Yes.
and I'm like,
So that's
Trading.
something I didn't mention with the kick, is it's actually a long range kick.
Yeah.
Okay. Whereas, yeah, the switch kick, you're here.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, if I'm in my traditional, like, end stage Jeet Kune Do long blade stance here, right, to where I'm here and I push, bang, like that. That's where the kick comes in.
Yeah.
And being able to do the kick and then follow up is where, like, the key to it is.
Yeah.
It's not to be able to do the kick and be like, aha, now I can't do nothing.
Right.
It's actually, if I'm here to boom and then go.
Yeah.
Or if let me do that one more time. You see, boom and then go. And
Yeah.
being able to do that.
and so by doing this, I go boom, and I create all this momentum that's going this way.
Yes.
And then I stop it, and then I use it to go up, right? Which is not like wrong, but then I also have to do two separate things to get back to where I was.
Yes.
I have to come here,
Yep.
up, go, back here, back here. To get more momentum out of this with the backward foot stepping first, I almost want to step more out and then go.
Okay.
This way I can like really put my body into it. And instead of kicking up and around, which is a kick,
Yeah.
has to have a couple more moving parts before and after to like really make it work. I would almost want to go like this. As like
Like almost, yeah, like a step into it.
a step out, because it allows
Yeah.
me to put body behind it, allows me to use my momentum whip the leg across. It's the same height kick.
Yeah.
Next, we talked about the Jik Tek, or the straight
I
kick.
go right straight in the middle.
Okay.
And I'm not trying to like hit him in the chin and like Anderson Silva them.
Yeah.
I'm really just trying to get a reaction. It's the same motion, bang, like that. Is more of the idea.
I think Seth is thinking of a million different places he'd rather be than watching me try to demonstrate this kick.
This one makes a little more sense in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because it's something that's going straight up. It has to be either flicking or kind of stabbing, which is like you said.
Yeah.
Because if I go like this, it's going to be very hard for me to then pull my knee up and then go. Because
then,
my hips are already going like this.
Yes.
Then I would have to redirect and push away.
Right.
But I can just kind of use the same momentum. I like this one.
Like that.
Yeah.
Here. There. And then. So that's.
This level of commitment from this
Yeah.
range makes
Yeah.
sense for something down here.
Yes. And then the way we would hold the round kick, the first kick we did, would be here, and then I'd go in, and then I'd touch. Here. Like that.
Yeah. Very
So-
strong kick.
Yeah.
Where would this kick go, right? So for this one.
this
so
one-
for this roundhouse kick?
Yeah, this roundhouse kick again is aimed for your groin.
Oh, so if I'm like this.
Yeah, because I would
Oh.
just go and hit there.
Sure.
Yeah, so Bruce didn't, even though in his movies he had a lot of high kicks,
Right.
this was very practical.
Yeah,
Below
yeah.
the hips.
Okay.
Right? I would either kick your knee
Yep.
with my shoes, hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kick the groin,
Yep.
and that's kind of the play that we do between these two.
Makes
so
sense.
if you hold the straight kick, and then you hold to the round, that's the
Same thing.
drill.
Okay.
Because like I would hit the groin, you go, oh no, you step away.
Yeah.
I can go, oh okay, and then just retouch.
Right. And if you did that, it would be a switch kick.
Yeah, it would be.
It would be a switch kick.
100% to be a
Like this.
switch kick. Yes.
And then you come back.
Yeah.
Right?
There's a third.
There's a third.
Your favorite.
Yeah.
Side kick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Which is a front kick,
Which, okay, yeah, it's a front kick.
but it's sideways.
After a brief discussion on Bruce Lee's heavy bag, we get to the nitty-gritty of the side kick, Seth's favorite kick.
But, so the side kick. So his side kick, when I first learned the Jeet Kune Do side kick, I thought it was awful.
Okay.
Because it's training you to do it in a way to be intercepted. So,
Okay.
like,
Let's see it.
okay,
Yeah, yeah.
so I'll show, and we'll build.
Yeah.
Okay. So the way that I was originally taught is more like I'm come in, touch, off that pendulum motion again.
Yeah.
But then Bruce would always show, even in the movies, right? He would do this cross step behind, right? Which is, you're not going to do that again in
I actually like that
do
step.
you? Where you're bang,
I like that step way more than I like the pendulum.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Because it covers so much distance,
Oh, fair.
and his fake high with the back fist to the step behind side kick, that's a regular part of our curriculum.
Oh, okay.
Which is not why I like it. Why I like it is because I've done it and it works a lot.
Yeah.
Being able to come here and be like, and then go,
Yeah.
you cover a lot of distance. You're not in a bad place because your foot should be pointed towards them almost immediately.
Yeah.
So let's say this guy's attacking me. Every time this swings in, it's him moving in, right?
Uh-huh.
Let's say I do this. Boom, as he's coming in.
Yeah.
If my foot's on him, I can still push off and do
Just
that.
stop and create space, yeah.
But if I'm doing the pendulum, right? Let's say if I'm doing the pendulum and I'm trying to time him on this, and I come in, it's
Yes, that's the problem.
it's a little bit easier to get stuck.
Yeah.
Because my foot picks up right next to him, rather than my foot picking up way out here
Yes.
and coming around.
Yeah, because if you throw that the second kind of side kick with the pendulum,
Yep.
right, that's the stop. And
Right.
that was like,
My-
oh look, intercepting kick, and you're like, no one's gonna kick me like that, but I get it,
Yeah, yeah.
right? But if you do it the other way with the step behind here, that's way different as far. I can't get my
Right.
intercepting.
It's
stop
harder
kick.
to gauge, and I think an aspect of it is sometimes you can see it, but also if you do see it, it has so much power that's being generated because you're moving. You don't do it all the time. You don't spam this kick
Yeah.
the way you would do this one,
Yeah.
right? But I think it does have its place. Yeah, I think that's kind of all I got.
Yeah. No, that's perfect.
Sweet.
Thank you. There you go.
Now that we have the foundations, plus some expert opinion on these kicks, let's see him in motion in sparring. Up first here is Emmanuel. He's really new to sparring. He's only sparred a few times, so I'm just trying to get some practice on targeting with him with the now tech. I landed several times. There's a nice side kick for you. The now tech really was there. Next up is Jeffrey. He's got cardio for days. There's a nice side kick, Jik Tek, and now tech, all on display there for you. And again, that back fist to side kick that Seth described is manifesting quite often here. Next up is Ali. Ali is going to have really good looks as a southpaw. I was able to land the Jik Tek and then now Tek a few times. Side kick just got up short, but that now Tek is finding its mark there. Another Jik Tek for my troubles, and another now Tek. I just really like this combo. Nothing hit. Couple now Teks. He catches that kick. Lunchbox is always a formidable opponent. I land a few kicks on him, but a lot of the stuff that happened is off screen, which is how it goes. I've got Stone here as one of my JKD guys. Now Tek and Jik Tek working there. Another now Tek. Oh, there's the side kick right up under the armpit. Nice. Some more now Teks, now Teks. Uh-oh. Jiu-Jitsu. Alright, so there you go, a guide to Bruce Lee's kicks. Make sure if you like the video to drop it a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Otherwise, I'll catch you in the next one. Party on.